everyone. How is everyone this evening? Welcome to Creative Talent Productions. I'm going to show off my delicious soup, and then I'm going to talk about a couple of topics. Hold on one second. I put this one light on. Bothers me. Oh, my hair is standing up because of the humidity. Hello, hello. This came out so amazing. I have to put it away. I had to put the crock pot away. And then I'm going to go sit down where I was. Adjust the lighting. Okay. How's that light? Can't go into my right eye. I have well, kind of like a little glare. But well, today's there's so much going on. First off, the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing. That's freedom of speech is no more because this is what they're doing now. This is what's happening. And because of money, because all these networks are owned by conservative leaning backers. That's exactly what's happening. And so now that they lost all that money, you know, they became very, very amenable to having him return. All right. So, okay, great. Give that energy to what's happening in Gaza. You know, well, people are. There's a lot of rallies and everything, but the immediacy of this and the urgency of this, it just goes to show what our society is about. If a comedian gets banned, well, you know, then everyone will, well, most of the people will, you know, no longer subscribe. You know, that energy needs to go towards ending this genocide. That just rhymed. I wasn't planning on that. But hold up. I'm getting myself situated. Yeah, it just goes to show this is our culture. This is the Western culture. This is Western culture. Comedian, you know, his show goes. They block his show. They take him off the air, and then everybody gets, you know, all irate. And then we had today. Hold on one second. One second. One more time. Put it down. Oh. Now, today at the UN, the speech that was given by our president was a rally. It was a rally. He disrespected all the countries that the way he was speaking, and talking about how he would have done a much better job doing the renovation because he didn't get the bid. Were we at a construction conference, or were we at the United Nations where global leaders convene? You know, we were at the United Nations. See that this just kind of reinforces more and more of of cognition. Okay, uh, so he's speaking about all of these things, and it was just done so it just makes us look like the biggest fools that we currently are. And then you're bringing up tariffs, and then he's bringing up all this other stuff because he doesn't like the way that things have been. In order for the United States to have all the manufacturing here, number one, AI would have to cease. That's number one. Number two, you would have to have a 10-year plan in place prior to have all manufacturing companies return. Okay, that's number two. Number three, well, there's like so many numbers and so many different things, but it's you know what I've learned from my life experience, from seeing the things that I've seen as a child with corruption and working, and just how people operate and corruption, that if you want to know how to operate the biggest scam, just follow politicians. That's all you got to do. You got to just follow politicians, but you have to be Caucasian, because if you're black or brown, you could follow them all you want. You're not gonna have, you're not gonna get the breaks that they get. But it is the biggest scandal, like Ponzi marketing scheme I have ever experienced. I mean, the United Nations. I remember going to the United Nations when I was in the second grade, and because I've always been into history and into just reading and all that, and just being like so fascinated, and then listening to they allowed us to put on the headsets, and then you would hear like a different speech, like it wasn't a speech, it would be like, say, like a paragraph or something. Just the interest in that, and just knowing about like global politics and learning. But this buffoon, he's up there, and he's basically he's trying to market himself to be the king of the world, and then you had, didn't Rubio also go up there and start admonishing other countries and world leaders? And here we are at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to the currency situation, because BRICS is going to be the primary, okay? And well, that's where we are at. So while the buffoonery goes on, and then there was also, oh my goodness, for everyone who loves gold, I really hope you all had the opportunity to tour all the gold now in the White House. You know what I noticed he does, and I notice people that are very braggadocious and obnoxious, and just like what they, like gavones, like a mutevam, they're very like, like, it's just like, zzz. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. I mean, Donald Trump reminds me. I talked about stories when I grew up in the projects. He reminds me of when I saw the pastor, the bishop, or whoever he was, rolling up with his nice car, and the people that I knew, that I grew up with in the projects, are in this freaking tent, and these are people they're eating potatoes and beans, because they're just struggling. They're working like menial jobs, and then they're giving an envelope, they're giving cash to this freaking guy. So it's just like, wow. It's the greatest Ponzi marketing scheme. It really is. I mean, in my mind, I have like it's wow. It's phenomenal. It's just totally phenomenal. And what he's trying to do now with all this, he's trying to make us like Russia and China. Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. So he wants to stop freedom of speech, you know. The vile things that this man has said can, well, there's so many things. There's so many foul things that he has said, but yet, oh, and then what about that anchor, that person? I'm not gonna even call him a man. That that vile uh, sound piece that said blank them all on Fox. What about that? What about that? And then, had I have been a member of the Kirk family at that memorial, I would have requested that he stop talking, because they were bragging. They were doing insane things, and then Trump Jr. I mean, how disrespectful can you be? How freaking low class, low ball, bottom of the freaking barrel are you, President Trump? When you pass on, I mean, people I'm sure are going to have parades and everything, but I mean, out of respect at a memorial, you're going on and oh my God, how grotesque, how absolutely grotesque. But that's freedom of speech, everybody. So you know what? Forget all these cable shows, forget all these subscriptions, because you know what? They got their finances in a knot because so many people canceled. You know, we just got to make that continue. Make that continue. You know? What a disgusting person you are, Donald J. Trump. You really are. You really are. You're foul, and you are never going to have a seat in the higher heavens. You are never going to have a seat. No way. No way. You and all of your generations. Yep. Horrible person. Absolutely despicable. Ugh. Well, my prayers are with Charlie Kirk's family. Did not agree with that man, but prayers be with him. And Happy New Year. Rosh Hashanah, Happy New Year. Judaism does not equal committing genocide, okay? Unbelievable. Everyone have a good night.